Trying to be live. Carol, can you hear me? Or
Yeah, and you are live. I just got the notification from Facebook saying that you are testing a new platform.
okay, yeah, interesting, huh? So I've been playing around with this all morning. I've gone live to Facebook and to YouTube, and now we're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And I thought that it'd be a great idea to have a conversation with you right now about how we change up because I'd like to start using this. And I don't know that we'll do it this week. I want to get a little bit more comfortable with it and maybe go live a couple of times during the week to get to Saturday. So on Saturdays when we do multifamily unplugged, we can go live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. The the thing that I'm struggling with is figuring out where it lands on. Oh, here it is. So if I go directly to my LinkedIn page, now I see it, and I can click on it, and it's live on LinkedIn too, or YouTube. I mean, not LinkedIn, but that's what I checked on. So we're live on that platform. Can you check? Are you checking
Yeah,
just on Facebook, Carol, or can you see?
Facebook is live, LinkedIn is live.
Okay, it's interesting that. How was your Thanksgiving, Carol?
It was great. Very low key, but very grateful to be spending time with family.
Yeah, are you feeling better? I know that you were a little under the weather.
Yep, I'm hopefully back to full health.
Back to drinking tequila, are you?
Whiskey, Mike, whiskey.
Come on.
I
you
was
know,
forever a whiskey girl.
some of my Mexican friends say that there's nothing like the worm in the bottom of a bottle of tequila.
No, but if we're gonna talk, like Mexican spirits, mezcal is my poison. It's
Okay.
very smoky flavors, and I think that's what gets me from whiskey sometimes. All the dark cherry notes or the oakiness of a drink, but mezcal has the smokiness factor. So mezcal's my number one. Whiskey comes second. Scotch comes third.
Well, what's funny is because that kind of sounds like how I describe a cigar.
Yeah, absolutely,
For sure. So
absolutely.
it's kind of funny because I don't drink, but I do smoke cigars. But you guys had a great Thanksgiving, family.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. How was yours?
It was nice. I went to my sister's and hung out with my sister, picked my mom up, which is always a interesting ride. And um, took took my mom by my sister's. We just kind of hung out, um, and then after that, we um, I took her back home, and I came home. I was home early, and it was cold. She lives out in Crystal Lake, almost Woodstock, way
Okay.
out. So,
Yeah, yeah. I'm familiar with Woodstock. That's where I go every year for my pumpkin patch um, fun.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't do anything in the city for pumpkin patch.
oh that's interesting. So, hey, I like this platform. So, I've been interviewed a few times on Streamyard by people who have Streamyard, and I like the platform. I think that the clarity is better. I think that it's a better video. You know,
Have
um,
you looked at it downloaded? What does it look as an MP3 download?
I don't know. I have no clue. Haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
I do know that a couple of the ones that I've been recorded on, Joel has uploaded onto the website on the tab that says "Where in the World is Mike," and those are all
Mhm.
the podcasts that I've been on outside of Insider Secrets or Multifamily Unplugged. So, um,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
So
pretty good. What else do you like about this platform?
I like. I think that I like the ability to be able to have the banners scrolling at the bottom, so we can say who the guest is, what we're talking about, what their website is. We could put their information up, right?
Hmm.
Um, we can have a standstill banner, and I could move that one banner to the top. And I really like the ability to go to multiple platforms. That's what I really like. So I
Can you move the banner in real time?
can I move the banner and read real time? I believe that I can. Let's see.
Yeah, the banner is gone right now. Now where I'm seeing our names.
Yeah. So now it's there, but I don't want it. I don't want it there. I want it. I guess maybe I can't move it to the top.
Or maybe not in real time, right?
I am in real time.
Right, which is what I'm saying. Maybe you could move it before the meeting starts.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's possible, right? Um, yeah, because I thought I could put it at the top or at the bottom, not the scrolling one. The scrolling one will only stay at the bottom.
Yeah, because right now if you have the okay, well, if you have the banner down, you can't see our names, right? But right now you can see our names.
Oh yeah, both our names are there.
Yeah, but the banner isn't.
Right. I took the banner away, so now you can see our names.
Right.
So
And
there,
then switch
see
to
like
that.
that. Now that
Mhm.
takes our names away.
Yep.
Or we just go like that. I can say, oh, there's Carol and there's Mike,
Hmm.
and the dangerous duo. Right. We're going to kick some ass this year coming up. Take some names. Um, so yeah, I'm just kind of like stalling here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the broadcast, and then I want to see what's next. So like if I end the broadcast, I think that I can go to save or download the video, which I'm not gonna. I'll just delete it, and then I think you could go to the platforms. My big thing was where does it go? So where does it go on YouTube? We go live. We must be on the main page of My Core Intentions on YouTube. And then where does it go when you save it? Just it just hangs out there?
On YouTube or in general on StreamYard?
No, on YouTube. So like when this was the big thing for me is I wanted to see where it went on YouTube. So when we we ended the video, where does it sit on YouTube then? Does it just sit on the main page, or do you have to move it or do something with it or what?
Oh, that's a good question. If there isn't any designation beforehand, it probably just sits there until you have to move it into a category.
Yeah, there is no designation beforehand, so
Yeah, of course, and you probably just have to move it. It probably just sits there
yeah,
as a new video uploaded.
right. Okay, so for anybody who's out there, hey, remember on Saturdays, we took this week off because of the holiday. Carl was with his family in Cleveland. I think Cleveland's in the US, isn't it, Carol?
Ohio.
I'm really
Well, he's from Ohio.
Ohio. We used to own some real estate in Ohio. Probably not one of the best places I owned real estate, but hey, some people, I know that there's a couple of people I've interviewed on Multifamily Unplugged that are very heavy in the Cincinnati market and in the Cleveland market, and they do really well in multifamily in those markets. So it is kind of a robust market these days. It wasn't when I was investing there, but and Carl's on vacation. He's at his family's for the holiday, and I haven't talked to Carl since Monday, which is really kind of weird, right? Because we talk all the time about a lot of useless information most of the time, but that's how that's how Carl, that's how Carl and I roll because we're not in business together. So that's good. We just do this for fun. So we'll be here next Saturday, and we have a great guest. I can't remember who it is right now, but I know we have a great guest because we usually always have great guests, right, Carol?
Absolutely. Only
That's,
the best.
and so we'll talk about multifamily this week and figure out what the steps are. I really want to talk to people about 2022 and, what do you have planned? What are you going to do moving forward? How are you going to build your business? So I just thought it might be nice to say something a little interesting right now um, before we end the broadcast, right? Because we didn't really talk about anything. Can we really end? Because we were live on LinkedIn, or do I need to stay live 5 more minutes?
I think you have to stay by 5 more minutes.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to talk about then? You got 5 minutes.
Um, you know what? It's interesting. Maybe you should give us a little preview about the things you want to talk about for Saturday. I think 2022 is so close, but a lot of people have been disillusioned by 2021. I know
Yeah.
that was the main topic during some of my friends' family gatherings. And even just yesterday, I hung out with a couple of friends who immediately talked about how devastating 2021 was for their pockets. Economically, they've lost money. Price increase, rent increases went up, taxes went up for the homeowners. For some of my real estate friends, they weren't able to, close as much as they'd wanted to by the end of the year. And then I have, people in manufacturing space who, have to work in different markets that they're not even familiar with because of the lack of resources in the workforce. So, just in terms of like in generality, it's been a lot of a huge struggle, even with trying to find gainful employment.
Mm.
People are saying there's a lot of work out there, but nobody wants to pay you fairly. So,
So
there's a lot to unpack there.
yeah, a lot. And so because that was such a big expression by you, which normally, you don't go there, tell people who you are and what you do, and tell people about the Marchand Group.
I have a small business that is aimed at other startup or small businesses for business development, digital content, branding, websites, and consults. So this is basically how I met Mike, and we worked together for, I guess, video production, right, as an assistant for him, and then it just branched out from there due to the growing needs of his business. And so here we are on a Sunday morning at noon.
Yeah. Hey, it's pretty cool though, because when you think about it, right? Carl introduced us, and then I had Matt, a friend of yours and a friend of Carl's on my podcast, and we kind of all know each other. But what's been interesting is you and I didn't physically meet for well over a year, and then we got to go have dinner one night, which was just awesome. But it was a year before we got to meet, right? But we did all of this stuff virtually
We
and
did.
online, and it's just crazy how business has kind of changed, right? Because there was a time years ago you would have never thought, no, I can't do all this online, or I
Well,
can't.
no, I mean, well, think about the business perspective, right? The diagram of how to do business is in person. You go knocking door to door, right? How did you start, right? You
Right.
pick up the phone, you call, you meet someone in person, you shake their hand,
Yeah.
you let them see you eye to eye so they know you're an honest person, and you close a deal in person.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends who are in business development or sales, they will tell you, like the chances of closing a business or business deal drops tremendously
Right.
if you don't do it in person to person. You close a deal when you meet, you have that intro appointment.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest hurdles that I had to, fight with because I'm coming from more from a modern perspective of business because my business was founded during the pandemic, during the beginning of the pandemic. And I close all my all my deals are closed virtually, Mike.
I know it's
So
funny,
how do you
right?
argue that? With someone who's been doing it a different way all of their life.
You can't anymore. You can't argue it anymore. And here's what I tell people. I say that if you don't have anything to do, go to LinkedIn and meet somebody. I met a woman one time on LinkedIn who we've become very good friends over the last year. And she had a post out there that said, hey, I'm looking to meet 3 new people today. And she said her phone, she got 10 or 15 calls from it. But, she took the first 3 people that came in. I met with her, we've built a great relationship over the last year. That's Megan Hillis. She's been on the podcast a couple of times with Carl and I, and been on Insider Secrets. Plus, we've referred business back and forth. So it's been a great relationship. But I've built my LinkedIn following this year, over 7,000 people, and I've had 3,000 Zoom calls this year in 2021. So, go build your business. And I'm a huge networker, right? I mean, I think that's what drives business is relationship. And how do you build your business? How do you build your following? You have to do it. So, hey, let me real quick before I close this. I just want to tell people that on Saturday, Jim Marzullo and Tim Collins are going to be joining Carl and I. We met these guys at a networking function in Downers Grove at the DuPage County Investor Group we met them. Oh, geez, it's got to be 6 weeks ago now. And boy, these guys are doing multifamily out of a Chicago market like nobody's like I haven't seen people doing multifamily. They've scaled their business. They have a very stable business. They've really put some things together, and neither one of them have really come from a real estate background. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. It'll be interesting to show people a different perspective coming from the W-2 world into the multifamily world. So
it sounds like that our conversation right now, it will lead in perfectly to your Saturday conversation.
yeah, absolutely, 100%. So I'm excited. So Sunday today must be kind of a lull day, right? We're on 3 platforms, and I can only tell on this platform that we have 1 viewer, and that viewer looks like they are on YouTube. I think that we have somebody watching on YouTube, so that's kind of interesting to see where that's coming
That's
from.
pretty great. And also, by the way, I did do some research really quickly, and YouTube will automatically upload an on-demand version of the live stream to your channel, so viewers can view what they've missed. So look towards the on-demand version of your YouTube when you log in, or when you have Joel log in.
Do what now? Say it again.
It will be on the on-demand version of the live stream. So when you go to YouTube, it'll probably give you a notification of the video, and it'll label it as on-demand version.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be for anybody who missed the live. They could go tune in right away, get it there.
Absolutely.
Versus having to have to search for it on a page.
Yep.
Interesting. Hey, well, welcome. I see some other people joined at the live, and I just want to say that we are testing, right? We're trying to figure out this new platform, StreamYard, so that we can go live on multiple platforms, be able to put some things up. Here's what I already see that I'm going to like on Saturday morning. I always beat Carl up, Moose, my co-host on Multifamily Unplugged. I'm going to be able to write some crazy things in the banner, let it scroll across the bottom of the page. I'm going to have some fun with this, aren't I, Carol?
I might tune in just to watch.
That'll be funny. So, but yeah, Saturday we're going to dive deep into multifamily. A couple of great guys from a multifamily company here in Chicago, Tim and Jim Coleman and Tim Marzullo, and we're going to have a great event. So we will still be on Zoom this week, only because we're still going to get familiar with this. I'm going to utilize this a couple of times throughout the week, go live, and try and just get familiar with it and comfortable with it before we switch over. Oh, here's the other thing that we have to talk about, Carol. So we have all of these links that are built in for Zoom to go live on Saturday morning. They're built into our flyers on the website, wherever else that we have that stuff. When we go live on, we will only go live. There will be no Zoom link. So nobody will be able to join us unless we invite them from the StreamYard platform. So everybody who watches and tunes in will have to be on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube to watch us on Saturday mornings.
Is there a way that you could just share the URL for people?
Well, like I did with you,
right?
I had to set the broadcast up, come and copy it, and then put it in an email to you directly. I guess I could see one of the problems with StreamYard. Okay, so this is looking forward, is that you can only have 10 people on the platform, and we've probably not had more than 8 or 10 on Zoom.
Oh, but you know what? You could always just have people just join you on Facebook, and it will automatically, notify them
right.
If they're looking for it on your page. So you don't necessarily have to send out the StreamYard link.
Right.
What you need to do is just notify, like, check us out on your favorite platform. Right. Exactly. So if someone prefers, the live on LinkedIn versus YouTube versus, Facebook Live, then they just join you on their favorite platform. You list the ones you're going to be streaming from, and, enjoy.
Yeah.
I know
So,
I personally prefer YouTube because I can stream it straight to my TV. I don't have to be glued to my MacBook.
right. So what's interesting is I'm watching there. I'm watching it on Facebook. So this platform is pretty cool, huh? So have you looked over at LinkedIn? You see
Yeah,
it?
I like LinkedIn. So basically, what I would do if I wanted to watch you on LinkedIn is that I would have to go to your profile, Mike, and on top, instead of a banner above your picture, all I see is the video, which is pretty great because at the same time, if I have any questions about your skills, your expertise, I could just scroll down to see if you really know what you're talking about, right? So it's a really great platform, I think, on LinkedIn, especially
Mhm.
if they're just getting to know you, if it's their first time tuning in.
Yep.
Check it out on LinkedIn because they have additional resources to who you are. Maybe they want to check out, Carl Moose Gordon as well.
Sure.
Just to check out some of your background. So if they're first time joining, I would suggest join us either on YouTube, just because of the plethora of different streaming capabilities, or join us on LinkedIn to get a more deep dive into who we are.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Great segue out. All right, everybody. Hey, I'm glad that you were here on Sunday afternoon. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, was able to enjoy their family, and have had some good rest, some good downtime. My mantra right now is let's finish the year strong. And what does that look like for you in your life? And how are you going to do that? So, I know one of the things that I'm working on and I'm working with my coaching clients on is let's take a look at what we've got accomplished over the last year. Let's take a look at what it's going to look like moving forward into 2022. So part of that's going to be goal setting, and then let's plan around those goals, the strategy and the activities that need to be done in order to reach those goals. But we can't get there until we figure out where we're at today. Any good business takes inventory, right? They know where they're at, they draw a line in the sand, they move forward, they build that business plan around the goals and where they want to go. So I'm going to be working on that strategy personally and with my teams around my core intentions moving forward over the next few weeks as we get into the new year. And I'm going to be doing the same thing with my coaching clients. So, hey, Carol, thank you for joining me here this morning. Can we circle up on the phone for 2 minutes real quick?
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
I want to just thank everybody for being here. Have a great day, and we are out.
Bye, everyone.